All right, we should be live now. I'm not exactly sure if we are or not because I can't check. It's under
okay.
Pam's account right now. So if we are,
well, hello everyone.
Good evening, everybody.
We welcome to all the newbies out there. Welcome.
All the new tribe members.
There it is, new tribe members. Welcome. Say, we come to you with a heavy heart today with the news of Tim Sampson's passing. I don't know the particulars about it, but sure weighs heavy on my heart. It was an honor to work with him on that one episode, and we had the last speaking words of the episode.
That's right.
It's what a quiet, passive man, real personable. We did exchange phone numbers. I was supposed to meet up with him when I went to the Emmys, but we never did have the chance to, and it saddens my heart to hear that he's passed on. We're going to watch War Party in his remembrance, and we have a special song for him too.
Yeah. If you guys have ever seen War Party before, it's a pretty obscure flick that came out in 1988.
Right.
But
now
it's a pretty cool idea. I mean, I've been watching it since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, renting it on VHS and everything.
Yeah, he's the son of Will Sampson. Will Sampson, his father, played Chief Broom on that hit One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and he was the Sasquatch, the first Sasquatch that was filmed back in the '60s. That was him in that suit. There's a story behind it, but I don't want to mess up the information about it. But it's a true story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Yeah, it's just a little shock that Elaine Miles posted that today. You know.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, along with the photo. Let me see if I can pull that up here for you guys if you haven't seen it. We were at the doctor's office most of the day, so do you want to give them an update?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Since we've been kind of waiting.
Obscure?
Yeah, we've been kind of obscure. We've been meaning to come and hang out and go live and talk to you guys for a while now, and we even said, we would try today, and then lo and behold, Elaine posted that.
Yeah. I have several doctor's appointments coming up. It's going to be 2 procedures on my back, one on my neck, and then my lower lumbar, and then I have an appointment with the rheumatologist, and I have another appointment for the liver specialist for my hepatitis C. That's all coming up real soon. I'm looking forward to get all this stuff behind me. Yeah, I do appreciate everybody's support and thinking of me. I think that's about it. In a nutshell, that's the gist of everything. I couldn't do this without Corey and Pam, Been wonderful people for me.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me pull that up over there.
Okay.
Just so you can see. So do you have everything else working with him right now?
We had kind of light chit-chat on a set. Grins and smiles and giggles and laughs.
Did you ever talk to him about his dad?
No, I didn't bring that up. I thought that might have been a little cliche to bring up his father.
Oh yeah.
So I out of respect, I just didn't bring it up. I was always aware of that. My other work compadres, I never did ask anything about their personal life. But I never even asked for autographs.
And you said his dad was the original Sasquatch too?
Yes, his father, Will, he was the original Sasquatch in that suit. I don't know. I've heard the story, but I don't want to misconstrue anything. But his father, Will Sampson, guy who played Chief Broom in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Will Sampson, he's a big man. He's a big Indian, and that's what he was able to fit in that kind of a monkey suit. Yep. All right on. Good job, Corey.
Okay, we're coming back. Like we said, we are coming to you live tonight.
With a heavy heart.
A, because we've been meaning to for a while now, and B, after Elaine Miles' post on Tim Sampson. I keep wanting to call him Ted, but that's because that was his name in the show. If you see Bill sitting over here just outside of K-Bear, because in Texas, it's pretty hot.
Yes, it is.
In this little booth, in this little sound booth. So just kind of catching you guys up. You're learning now why we go on so late. Me and him are night owls, you know. So if I say, you know, we're going to try to go on, you know, we're worldwide, so I don't know what's a good time. And I've been mentioning that to you guys about letting you guys pick a good time, you know, because, you know, a lot of you guys are West Coast and there's a lot East Coast, and we're kind of South Coast.
In the middle.
In the middle, yeah.
KBHR South.
And, you know, a lot of cases there's a 3-hour time difference, you know, 2 hours. So what's 9 o'clock to us is 7 o'clock to y'all. And what's 7 o'clock to us, you guys are just getting off work. Mm-hmm. So, you know, maybe we should just, like, try to do a weekend thing, like around noon or 1 or 2 or something. But that's feasible, I guess.
Yeah.
Since I don't really drink anymore. I don't have any hangovers to sleep off. But then again, we're usually crashing out at about 8 or 9 in the morning, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So maybe we should just do like the late night show, and you guys could wake up and have your morning coffee.
Yeah. And entertained by us.
Yeah, entertained by us up at 3 o'clock in the morning, doing a cast 4 or 5 hours earlier. So
right. And we'll reply to all notes.
Of course. So yeah, it is with a heavy heart today, man. Oh, sorry. What's up, Jeff Mars? My buddy Lenny Hurst is on, and oh, all right, sorry, my telephone's up really loud, so I got to use this to read the comments. So,
hey,
Patrick Kitson, Jeff Mers, Brad Stansbury, thanks for hanging out with us for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just here talking about Elaine's post today. Tim Sampson seemed, you know, I knew him from War Party from 1988, which we're going to watch after this cast. So while we're live talking now, right after that, we're going to, I'll put the link, because we can't do it on Facebook. I'll put the link in the comments to where you can go and watch War Party with us.
Yeah.
But it's a great movie if you haven't seen it. It's this Indian town, and this white guy and this Indian, you know, at a bar getting a fight over a pool game, and ends up cutting him. I think the white guy or the Indian cut the white dude, right? So they had this big battle reenactment scheduled for the next day or whatever.
Oh, that's right.
And them assholes loaded their guns with real bullets.
Yeah.
And went out, and basically, long story short, it turned into a real reenactment. So
lead was flying.
Yeah, lead was flying, and you know, people had to realize, wait, he just shot him with a real bullet. So Tim Sampson was in that movie, and it was a great role. It's an awesome movie, very underrated. So, you know, and even in that movie, he had the same demeanor that he had as Ted Banks in Northern Exposure. I think, I mean, I've never known the guy, I've never met him, but I mean, Bill, what do you think? Was that what you see him as on Northern Exposure, was that his basically overall demeanor in real life?
Yes, in real life, a little more, you know, of course, we're all that way when we're off camera, you know, we're the character, but yes, basically.
Goofy and extroverted and all that,
yeah. Gave him real personable, easy to approach, easy to talk with, and he sure gave a lot back.
And I'm not exactly sure what he passed away from. Elaine Miles, when was the last time you talked to Elaine?
Gosh.
Because you guys were pretty good friends, right?
Yeah.
You still are friends.
Yes, we're still friends. And you know, it's wonderful when I do see her. It's been quite a while since I've talked with her. remember she was doing comedy at this one club near downtown Seattle. I kind of showed up, and everybody, everybody had a seat. I was there a few minutes late, and I had to walk past the stage. And she's in her gig. I walked past the stage. She looks at me with Bill. Right in the middle of her. It was a good reunion. Right
in the middle of her set, huh?
Yeah, right in the middle of her set.
Wow. I mean, how is she comedy wise? Like, ever since I heard Elaine Miles does comedy, I really want to see her do comedy because it's completely different.
It was a packed room.
Really?
It was a packed room.
This is in Seattle?
This is in Seattle, yes.
Nice.
So I forgot the name of the place. But yeah, it was a pretty big place, and it was packed.
Wow. And you should get hold of her and tell her to come down to Dallas-Fort Worth and hang out with us.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, with all the club owners and stuff, I know Hyenas, and I also know some comedians here, like
right on.
Ron White. You know, he's a big one, and Alex Ramundo. Them guys own a tequila company called Number Juan Tequila.
Yes, they do. I know Ron White that does have that tequila company.
Yeah, and you know our buddy Eric Knudsen, who is part owner of that, and that's how we got introduced to them guys.
Oh, that's right. That's where it all comes in.
Yeah, that's why he's always pushing that Number Juan Tequila, and I'm like, dude, I don't drink tequila, man.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's like, even I don't care if it's 100% agave planned out of Mexico or what. You know, it's like it still tastes like crud to me. So if I drink anything, it'll just be a cold Coors Light and some Crown Royal.
Vodka and a Coors Light. Even
that's fewer and farther between.
I had a fifth of tequila when I was on a hitchhiking trip down in Tijuana. Got a fifth that was a worm in it. And me and my buddy were sitting on a beach down in somewhere on the coast there. I forgot the name of the beach, on Baja. We're chugging for the worm in the hot sun.
Oh, God. Yeah. Eating hot pepperoni and jalapeno pizza as well. Gee, bus.
Yeah. It was a night.
Man.
That's the last time I had tequila.
What's up, Lenny and Patrick Kitson? High five to Bill. Just bunked in Cleellum for 4 days. Patrick Kitson.
Oh, right on.
What's up, you guys?
Hey,
apologize we're going on so late. It's 4 minutes after the hour, 10 o'clock here in Texas time right now. So.
Yeah. We had some issues I had to take care of with the pharmacy. I had to get my prescriptions.
Yeah.
I had some stuff I got to talk with my doctor in the morning and stuff. Nights in the ruts.
Yep.
Bumps and bangs.
Yep. And these are all problems he had on the show, too, folks.
Right.
You guys don't know it, but he was on medication and was functional and everything else, but he was actually in a lot of pain during northern exposure. So he did an excellent job staying in character and powering through for the scenes and everything.
There's only a few people that knew I was on medication.
That's right.
Yeah, just very few. I didn't tell anybody.
Oops, I'm sorry, Bill.
That's okay.
We'll delete it afterwards.
Oh, hey.
You heard it here first, everybody, for what that matters, for what it's worth.
I'm not worried about that at all. It's just the truth.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's what you had to do to function, and you did great.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm getting that all back again and getting rid of this hepatitis C, rheumatoid arthritis. My gosh.
Yeah, God.
A bunion.
A bunion, yeah. Poor Bill, man. I've seen his feet, and his big toe points in a different direction than his other toes. So
I can't cross my fingers, so I cross my toes.
Gotta be painful. So the good news is after 30-something years, we're seeing the doctors and from head to toe getting this stuff knocked out. And he's got two procedures next week. So they're going to work on his spine and his neck. So hopefully within the next week, and especially by fall, you know, because you have a Hep C to cure he got a blood transfusion, for those of you guys that don't know, in the 80s and contracted Hep C.
Yeah, they didn't screen for it back then.
Right.
And they gave me somebody with tainted blood.
Back in the caveman days, it seems like. So
got Barney Rubble on drunk.
Yeah, no kidding. So we're optimistic about that too. So, and that's like an 8-week treatment now, and you're cured. So, or 2-month treatment. Yeah. So, and you're cured. So, hopefully by this fall, you'll be an entirely new man, dude.
Man, oh,
and you know,
man.
you still have your SAG card, so you know maybe
Yeah.
Hollywood will give you a holla. You know, he's been hitting Barry Corbin up here and there too. So
Yeah.
you know, Barry lives not too far from
Not
here.
too far
so.
from here at all.
Maurice, I'm hoping we can head out there and hang out with Barry and
Mr. Corbin.
talk him into coming and hanging out here
Yeah.
and do a live show in front of you guys. But
I think he might.
he's a pretty big cat when it comes to the SAG and the Hollywood stuff. So I don't know if I can afford paying him scale to come and do an appearance.
I may be able to do a favor, you know,
Oh yeah, right on.
on a cuff, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, once we're able to get out and about and you feel more mobile and everything. Right now in Texas, we're kind of hiding from the sun.
Oh my gosh, we're so fortunate here. We do with the air conditioning. This is a pretty big house, and it's
Yeah.
It's I like the temperature,
And we keep it at 67. You know.
Uh-huh. I like that. T-shirt weather.
Brad Stansbury says he'll be praying for you, Bill. So
Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you very much, Brad.
You'd be surprised how much that really helps.
Yes,
So,
it does. I feel everybody's love. Everyone.
So yeah, we're talking tonight, you know, because of Elaine Miles. You know, I guess Tim Sampson passed away on the 7th of what I saw posted in KBHR South. If those of you guys aren't members of KBHR South, come join the tribe, man. Hang out with us and, you know, post some stuff. Let's get the conversation started. But someone had posted, I think it was Ray, that it was kidney problems or something. And his dad that we were talking about earlier, that was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, he had like a reoccurring heart problem, like
Yes, he did.
a genetic heart problem. So that's kind of what I figured it was. And I'll find out, you know, we'll find out. He's I don't know where he's going to be buried or anything like that, of course, but
We'll let you know.
his dad's buried in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. So that means he was either Choctaw or Cherokee Indian. So,
Yeah, it does.
you know, and I'm Cherokee in the Cherokee Nation. You know, we can go in there and I can get my own clinic card while we're up there in
Okay.
Cherokee Nation. That'd be pretty cool. That's long past due.
Yeah,
Get my cards updated.
there you go.
But if he's buried by his dad, then we'll definitely go and pay our respects in person.
Pay
you know.
homage.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Corey. Man, just the other day, I was looking at a War Party.
Yeah, you were saying that.
Uh-huh.
And you were thinking about Tim
I was thinking
the other
about
day.
yesterday afternoon. I was thinking about Tim, and then I get the news today.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to, man, I know Elaine probably won't hear this, but thank you, Elaine, for
Yeah.
sharing that and that great photo you see there.
Yeah. Thank you, Elaine.
Yeah, thank you
Bless
for
your
sharing
heart.
that with everybody. It means a lot to all of us old school Northern Exposure fans.
Yes. Love you dearly.
So, and like I said, later on after our little cast here, we'll break off from live and we'll go to our Vaughn channel where we'll go ahead and watch War Party.
Right on.
And then we'll watch the 2 episodes, Grand Prix and Alter Ego.
Okay.
And that's one thing that's great about the altered egos,
Yes.
is you had the last scene with him and Elaine.
Yeah.
You were right there serving them drinks and stuff.
Yeah. He asked if
What?
He asked Elaine if she would like it sparkling, and then Tim looks at me, sparkling Dave.
Yeah, Sparkling Dave. And then
Yeah.
he asked her, you want lemon or lime?
Yeah.
Lemon. Lemon, Dave.
It was so fun to have that part. Then the camera pulls way back.
Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. It was like,
Yeah.
you know, just a great shot.
was
You know,
awesome.
I think there's such an awesome chemistry between Marilyn and Ted, you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And that was the guy that I was really rooting for, more so than the Flying Man
Yeah.
or anybody else. You know, I was like, Ted, that's the guy
That's the guy.
Marilyn needs to end up with right there.
Right,
Because he's
right.
super nice and he's soft-spoken.
Mm-hmm.
And that damn Lester Haynes
Oh yeah.
taking advantage and trying to get the Indian discount, man.
Indian discount.
I mean, why the hell, you know, why are Indians going to play the Indian card against other Indians?
Right.
That kind of, you know,
It's too cliche.
yeah. And just in case we offend anybody, what do you think about the word Indian? Dave, do you prefer Native American
or American Indian.
or American Indian?
Hey, this is 2019, and all three will suffice for me.
Yeah.
I've been called everything but a nice guy from time to time.
I've had people correct me like, it's Native American.
Yeah.
And
or American Indian.
yeah, I mean, I prefer, American Indian over Native American,
First Nation.
First Nation, First Peoples.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But I mean, my Cherokee Indian card says Office of Indian Affairs.
Wow.
I mean, it just straight up says that. So it's like, if they're using it, then
I don't have an Indian card. My dad's from Vermont, New York, the Onondaga Iroquois. But it goes to Mom, where I register from, and she's from Canada. And I had those papers, but my mom had two last names. And the Bureau of Indian Affairs up in Canada wants to know why she had two last names. And to get that information from a little village up in Canada has been a challenge.
Oh, I imagine.
That if I get that card, I can collect my Social Security up there.
Right.
As well,
right.
And be a dual citizen.
Exactly. Have you ever tried the Ancestry.com thing?
No, I haven't. I've never tried that.
Dude, I did that. And they hooked me, because it's $25 a month. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
But the first month is free or whatever. So I did the first month, and then I forgot about it. But then I got so sucked into it that I went ahead and paid $75 or whatever for the 3 months, as it built up. And then I was like, okay, I found out about as much as I'm going to.
Yeah.
And then I canceled it. But, I mean, I could probably go back in there, and they still have my information. And, my account picks up right where it left off.
Right,
But I think I told you that when I started putting in the information I did know, it unlocked other information from public records. And I was able to trace my grandmother's maiden name was Muskrat.
Okay.
And so I was able to trace it back to the actual dowel rolls. And it had a picture of the actual signature on the dowel rolls.
Wow.
From way back before the Trail of Tears or whatever. So
interesting.
That is interesting. I don't doubt that it would be just as easy for you with the information especially with your dad serving in World War II.
Right. I can trace that lineage back to the Civil War.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah.
You need to check out Ancestry.com and play the game, It is like a game, because when you put in something and a leaf pops up, you click on the leaf, and then it'll bring up documents that could or couldn't be you. And if you recognize anything, then you verify. And then it might bring up a few more documents. It's like a whole chain of effect.
Right. I do know my father's mother, Daisy White was her name. And then she was a chief's daughter back from the Onondaga Iroquois.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my mom, she was the queen of her people from northern Vancouver Island.
There's Eric Lieb here, says he's originally from Onondaga County.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
right on.
We're catching them worldwide tonight.
Right on, spread across.
And thank you guys for tuning in, and I apologize that these little things aren't scheduled or whatever. To me, it's more organic and kind of natural, off the cuff. You just never know when, so you got to pay attention all the time. You know what I mean? Keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
But
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned forever, because you never know. I'm just kidding. Eventually, we will get to some scheduled stuff. Where you're destined to be on this time. But I will say tonight that right now we're streaming to Facebook, Twitch, or not Twitch, but YouTube. Facebook and YouTube and Vaughn at the same time. So hi to all you guys out there watching on YouTube.
Yes.
And hi to all you guys out there that are always watching on Vaughn, watching episodes and everything. So after we get done with this little cast here on Facebook and YouTube, we'll go to Vaughn and watch War Party.
Right on.
Featuring Tim, the now late great Tim Sampson. Soft-spoken guy.
Very soft.
I wish he would have ended up marrying Maryland. That would have been perfect, because they had such chemistry on that show, and he just seemed like a really nice guy. Now he's been on a whole bunch of other things. So he was on. It looks like his last thing, according to IMDb, was Grimm, a TV show back in 2012. So
I didn't know that.
And you're right. He was just 63 years old, I believe, and you just turned 64. So you guys are
same age.
Yeah, I mean, but you've been through so much, Bill. That do these deaths like this still? I try to think of it like Northern Exposure, because Northern Exposure, the way that show handled death was real, like nonchalant, like it was just like anything, you know, and no one really cried over death. I mean, you know, it's like when Fleischman found Soapy Sanderson after he'd killed himself, you know, walked in and was like, uh-oh, you don't want to come in here. Maggie walked in and she was like, oh no. Well, that sucks, you know, and it's like no one really freaks out about it. So, you know, Holling and Ed, you know, walked around and asked anybody how they were feeling in case they died. They knew to build holes before the permafrost set in, before the winter and everything. Yeah. So death was just such a... I try to look at death that way. You know, it's pretty hard, you know, but northern exposure is my go-to when it comes to the perception of death, because it is another phase, you know, and I don't have to tell you guys this. We're all old enough to have been through enough. But I was going to ask you, since, you know, you are like the ninth child?
Seventh.
I mean, out of how many?
Seventh out of 9.
Out of 9. You're number 7.
Yeah. And my dad is 7th out of 13.
7th out of 13. And now you're like the only one left of your original siblings. And
I'm the last one of my siblings.
And you've been in all these situations that should have claimed your life, but you've toughed it out and you're still here. And then, so does it still like affect you where you think about your own mortality, like they say, when you hear someone like poor Tim Sampson here passing away whenever he was a year younger than you?
I accept it.
Yeah.
I accept it, look at it, I grieve, you know. I'll grieve about myself.
Yeah.
You know, that's like when my daughter passed. You know, I dealt with everything in the moment, and I get through it. And my grandson, I showed him. He started to fall apart. I said, no, son, you do that by yourself. You grieve by yourself and be strong right now. Because people need you.
It's a good point.
Hey.
That's a good point. You grieve and push forward. I mean, it's not like we don't have a choice not to accept it, you know?
Yeah. I just processed my daughter's death just here a few weeks ago. And it's been a few years now.
Yeah. And
it's much easier today. I even have a picture on my phone.
Yeah. And, you know, you get them vibes, right? Yeah. I mean, that's you know, it's weird with, you know, I've had some friends recently pass too, and I've been having some dreams and everything, and I don't take those for nothing, you know what I mean? So the fact that you had been thinking about Tim lately, Tim Sampson, and, you know, you just watched War Party for a few days ago.
Just a few days ago.
And he died on the 7th.
Wow.
To me, you know, for that to just come out of nowhere, it's more...
there is a link.
It's not so coincidental.
It's not. There's the grandfather's looking down and passing information on, and then I start recognizing it in myself or something. Yeah,
it's their way of tapping you on the shoulder and saying, hey, buddy, I ain't seen you in forever, but, you know, you can't see me right now, but I see you, and I just want to tap you and be like, hey.
Right. It was more pleasant thoughts when I was thinking about him yesterday afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah, I woke up thinking about him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, man. To me, that's a sign, and there's always signs there as long as you have the clarity of thought to acknowledge them, you know. You know, if more people meditated, you know, instead of waking up and turning on the morning news and getting all that clutter right off the bat, you know, just take some time out to chill for about 15 minutes and
recognize the day.
Exactly. Exactly. And, you know, I definitely need to practice what I preach, you know, but I tell you, the first thing I do is I wake up and I put on some cool chill hop music. And if you guys have seen my little chill hop videos with the snow coming down on the Ravens, or maybe Ruth Ann cruising through the cosmos in the K-Bear South group, or on Thule Lives. That's the kind of music, and that's the kind of way I start my day. If you notice, a lot of those are posted first thing in the morning.
Right on.
So then, you know, creating that stuff, and even that Sicily thing at 3 or 4 in the morning, that's my kind of meditation, you know, because I have that cool music going on that's chill, and my mind is completely absent of clutter. And, you know, that's the times that I feel like I'm connecting with you guys, because I'm creating something cool that we can all kind of relate to.
Right on.
And also, I'm staying close to my dad who had passed, and my grandmother, and, you know, everyone else that... You know, because my mind's clear of thought and open to reception of these things, so...
I'm getting back to that myself. I'm so far disconnected from everything that the core of myself, I'm reiterating on all that, and it's coming slowly, but I'm getting there.
Right on.
Yeah.
You don't want to force it,
No.
because then it becomes a chore. You
Right.
just kind of want to slide into it.
Yep.
But yeah, pretty soon we'll be doing the drum circle thing. We'll hit up that meditation place in Dallas.
I'd like
that
to
we
do
were that my buddy helps run up there.
Okay.
And they do a drum circle once a month.
Okay.
So we'll go. You got to check that out, dude. 30 drums, 30 hand drums, all in unison, and once everybody picks up on the same tempo and vibe, it becomes one huge drum. It's insane.
It's a lot of medicine in there.
Your mind almost plays tricks on you. So,
Hey. Right on.
So yeah, we're talking about Tim Sampson. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He was in that, and that was 2008. CSI Miami. I got to admit, I never really saw him in any of these shows. I
haven't watched those either.
ABC.
I've seen a few episodes here and there.
Now, he was in Tales from the Crypt in 1994, too, so that was actually right around the same time he was in Northern Exposure, so that's going to be pretty interesting. I got to find that. He played Osgood.
Huh, I didn't know
And
that.
Revenge is the Nuts is the name of that episode. So I know I've seen it because I've seen every episode of Tales from the Crypt. I'm a big horror fan, but there's such a tie-in with horror movies. People say, how can you like horror movies and Northern Exposure? Both equally and love them so much. But everybody in Northern Exposure has done horror.
Yes.
Even John Corbett, he played a psychopath killer in in a movie, and Janine Turner was in Leprechaun, and some other stuff, and Barry Corbin was in Critters 2, and
then the little guy, the Green Man.
Yeah, Phil Fondacaro, the little
Right.
green man, he's been in a lot. Willow, Troll, all these great movies. I mean, he's like a horror icon, Adam Arkin, he was in Halloween H2O. He actually got to kiss the original Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh my God!
And he was also in, and you see this poster every time you walk out of your room because I have it hanging on the wall. Full Moon High.
Yeah,
and that was before Teen Wolf. So Adam Arkin actually is the original Teen Wolf.
Wow!
When you think about it, so
I didn't know that.
Brad Bonner Circle, yeah, buddy, absolutely.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, Robin Claire.
Wow.
I've been on Find a Grave because it's free. Yeah, Find a Grave is really cool, and I visit a lot of cemeteries and take photos because to me they're like people museums.
Yeah.
You walk around. Some of them will have how they died. Some of them will have photos on the graves, and some of them are really old. Like 3 times older than I am. So it's really cool, and I'll take photos and everything. And I will contribute sometimes to Find a Grave.
Right on.
.com. Yeah, you should do Ancestry. I tried to watch an NX disc this AM, but my player wouldn't work. We bought the whole series. My Bill worked security for a show a couple of years. They got signed a cookbook back then. Okay. Okay.
Bill worked security.
I don't know if she's talking about you or not, because it says my Bill, B-I-L, worked security for a show.
Her Bill.
Yeah, her Bill. So
okay.
They got signed a cookbook back then. Cool.
Bill,
So, someone else that lives in Texas we need to get hold of, and, if there's not a Moose Fest for the 30th anniversary next year, we should do our own little kind of Moose Fest here.
Yeah, we should.
Just have a little get-together anyway and go live, because Janine Turner's not far from here, Maggie, and Barry Corbin's not far from here.
And Dan Dusick.
Dan Dusick, the scout location, the guy that brought us Ruth Ann's grave. He lives about 2 hours away from here.
Yep.
So, and even if we could get, Darren,
yeah,
he lives like 6.5 hours away. But
that's not very far.
I mean, I think I know Southwest flies 20 minutes away, so maybe he could, spend an hour, and if I buy him a ticket or something, him and Melinda will come and hang out with us in Texas, and
we got the room.
Yeah, we have the room, man. We'll just have a little get together here live at K-Bear,
Yep.
The real K-Bear.
Right here. I'm looking at it.
Oh, Bill, I think she means brother-in-law. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, brother-in-law. That's a new one to me. I'm so sorry. That makes me feel so stupid now. BIL, brother-in-law. Okay.
Hey.
These kids and their lingo these
Yeah,
days,
my
I
gosh.
can't keep up with it.
Yeah. Friend forever and stuff like that.
Yeah, BFF and all that stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, thank you. I know that
Thank
now.
you.
I feel so stupid. Bill, you talking about this guy? No, that's my brother-in-law. Okay, gotcha.
I'm searching my mind.
Yeah, you were security or who?
Yeah.
But thank you very much for clarifying. Right on.
There was 3 Whites on the set. There was John White, who was he started off being Janine's security, personal protection. Then he did security for the whole set. Then there was Peter White. He was Rob Morrow's double, and of course Bill White. And we get together, the 3 of us, and go, "Hey, White on."
White on.
That's how I got that email.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just took that on. Hey, I'll use that for email.
Right on. And that's what it is, white on, yeah.
Yeah, MSN.com.
So it's awesome. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes ahead. But,
Yeah.
like I said, just for those of you that may be tuning in, we were talking about Tim Sampson. We wanted to go live. We've been meaning to go live for a while now, but after Elaine Miles breaking the news that Tim Sampson had passed, you know, he was such a cool dude on that show.
Yes.
I really appreciated him on that show. Bill really appreciated meeting him and working with him. So,
Yes.
So we wanted to just go live and express our condolences to his family and his other friends, and you know, kind of grieve with you guys for a little bit, and you know, because we all feel that.
Yeah, pay a little homage for him.
Yeah, I mean, even though we didn't know him personally, we knew Ted Banks, and Ted had a place in our heart, just like, you know, Walt did.
Yes.
And you know,
And Peg.
even the optometrist that refused.
Oh, that's right.
You know, that refused Chris for his pheromones. You know,
Yeah.
she's got a place in our heart. And Cicely, the gal that played Cicely, you
Right.
know, she's got a place in our heart. All these people, you know, and Ruth Ann, like you said, you know, we loved all these characters. All these characters collectively made this great show that we have been watching strong for 30 years now.
I didn't know the
optometrist, yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but she also played Simone in Crocodile Dundee. We were just talking about her. I think Ray posted on KBHR South a little something about her
Okay.
earlier. But yeah, she was an actress. She did a couple of other things, but you know, like so many others, she got her start in Northern Exposure. So,
Yeah.
so
Well, my heart grieves.
yeah.
We also
But
got
there's-
we got a song we're going to play here in a little bit too.
That's right. We have a song. We'll end this little cast with this song, and then I will post a link where you guys can go and watch with us War Party, okay,
Right
from
on.
1988,
That's
featuring Matt Dillon.
Yeah.
Matt Dillon and Tim Sampson, no
Right on.
doubt. And that's one of my favorite, you know, I have my favorite Cowboys and Indians movies, you know, and my favorite were always the Indian guys, you know, like
Hey.
Chavez, you know, the knife guy, and Young Guns, you know, that was
Right.
my favorite,
Yeah.
you know, and War Party is great. And of course, you know, Last of the Mohicans, man. And
Chuck Connors, he played an Indian. He was all painted up when he had that knife in his teeth.
oh yeah,
Yeah, the old rifleman.
yeah.
He played Sitting Bull,
Wow.
and he's what 6'6" or something. And Sitting Bull was like barely 5 foot,
No kidding.
and they spray painted him brown.
That's so wrong, man.
Yeah, there's this one scene where he kind of comes up from the ground up. He's got a knife in his teeth, going after the white guy. I still remember that.
Wow. Yeah, one of these days we're going to watch Last of the Dogmen too. So
Oh, right on. That's a good one.
yeah, and your buddy Graham Greene in Dances with Wolves, you know.
Yeah.
And you and I, we're still going to watch. You know, I'm going to do this little Sicily theater night for us when I pick a day. You know, that's convenient for everybody. So maybe I'll take a poll in KBHR South and see what, you know, maybe it's a weekend day, one Saturday a month or something, where, you know, we'll watch a movie together. But we definitely got to watch Smoke Signals.
Yes.
You know, that had Cynthia Geary
Cynthia
and
Geary.
Elaine Miles in it. You know, to me that Smoke Signal show is so relatable to Northern Exposure. So I'm actually looking forward to
Right on.
watching that with you guys, and then taking phone calls, to discuss it, because
Cool.
that movie is so underrated.
It is.
And Jim Boyd just passed away a couple years ago. He did the soundtrack.
Oh, wow.
And I loved his song so much that I played him at my dad's funeral.
Okay.
Because they were so relatable to father and son, just like
Yes.
that movie is.
Right on.
Which, we meant to watch on Father's Day.
Yeah.
We were going to hit you guys up and watch that movie and Big Fish, because, Father's Day and those movies are so linked to fathers.
Fathers,
so.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Robin Claire, she clarified. Okay. Sorry, he worked security for the show in Washington. The cast signed a cookbook. The show was really popular, and my sis and husband moved to live in Seattle, where
Okay.
my bro-in-law was from. We are from North Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a pretty big change there, man.
Boy, oh boy. North Alabama to Seattle, Washington?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I love Seattle. I love Washington.
And Bill worked security?
Her brother-in-law works security for the show.
Right. I'm trying to think. I'll have to see a picture.
And the
Get
cast
it.
signed a cookbook. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd have to. My things are getting really distant anymore.
Yeah. Well, you just need stuff to jog your memory, man.
Yeah.
You talked to Maggie's stunt double, or her body double, right?
Oh, Lisa, yes.
Yeah. So, and Catherine Bentley, who, thank you for being in K-Bear South. I love seeing her posts and her input,
Yeah.
on all that stuff. I hope that she calls in someday.
Right on.
And discusses with you. I'm about to announce a Halloween show. We're going to have a K-Bear Halloween party here.
Okay.
So, one thing I would like for you to do, and Bill doesn't even know this, it was an idea that kind of came and went fleeting today. I want you to put on your that makeup that you wore, like the Day of the Dead makeup.
Oh my God! Yeah.
So,
yeah.
if we do a Halloween party show here in K-Bear, the real K-Bear, you gonna put on that Day of the Dead?
And a top hat.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to. I couldn't itch. Oh my God! That hot sun and the boots I was wearing were uncomfortable. Pushing that casket.
Oh yeah, it was hot too,
It
right?
was hot. Had to walk around that block 3 times pushing that casket.
And you couldn't touch your face, and your phone, your nose is itching. I know, I've been there.
Yeah, lawn hair, kind of scrape my face and make it all itchy.
Oh, of course. And then you
Yeah.
get them gnats that are just flying right in front of your face.
Oh, I forgot about
Murphy's
them.
Law, anything. Murphy's
That's
Law,
right.
it's going to go wrong. So
It will.
you're going to have every obstacle thrown at you when you
Yeah.
have that makeup on your face.
Yeah, they had to do they put there was a station manager from King 5 News. He's a director, station manager for King 5 News, who put my makeup on. And after we did that, they had to come back and get some pickup shots of the feast afterwards.
Uh-huh.
So they had a real trouble putting the makeup on because he did it first, and some of the colors didn't match or something. And yeah, it was quite a thing. Finally, they got it
Wow.
right though.
Wow.
Yeah. I just jogged my memory.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You're not losing your mind. You just need some triggers to kickstart them memories, because they've laid dormant for so long. So that's why it's so awesome that you're adminning K-Bear South now.
Oh, right on.
You admin a Northern Exposure group. So
Yep.
Just a few months ago, we were talking to Diane Delano, and imagine hanging out with, getting some actually hang time with Barry and stuff. I would love to hear the stories.
Oh boy.
That arise from you guys hanging out,
Yeah.
And just like Clark and Lynn, maybe you can get Lynn to call in, because you guys were the extras. They were the extras from hell. You
Extra
actually
from hell.
you had speaking roles. You were an extra from hell until you started to speak. You evolved. You became more than just a prop that eats.
How that extra from hell come about? It was 1-2 o'clock in the morning, and we're waiting for the last shot on some episode. I forgot what it was. Anyway, Jim Charleston, the first AD, first assistant director, he goes, "Okay, bring the extras from hell in," and I walk out there kind of first. Everybody was kind of around. Okay, the extras from hell are here.
Oh,
Then it stuck from there, and we had T-shirts made.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it was just y'all. How big was that group?
Oh gosh.
of the extras from hell. It wasn't every extra. It wasn't an all-inclusive group. It was like a little.
Yeah, there was the regulars, the regular extras. There was a core, maybe about 20 of us.
Oh, 20 of you guys were the extras from hell?
Right.
So was there any animosity or resentment when you got your own star on the trailer?
No. Actually, I got teased a lot.
Oh, you got teased?
Yeah.
Oh, look, Bill sold out.
Yeah.
He can't be an extra from hell anymore.
Yeah, I got a lot of that.
Oh, he's a big-time movie star now.
I got a lot of that. Yeah.
Look at him.
Hey, I got my card.
Hey, can you bring...
Can you go up to the craft service table and bring me a sandwich?
Yeah, can you bring me one of them Hollywood burritos?
Here, take a bite of this one. Yeah, I got teased a lot.
Wow.
I forgot which episode it was. We're on location up in Roslyn, and no, it was a Christmas one.
Oh, Soulmates.
Yeah, Soulmates. And I came back to the trailer. I had my own room then. You know, the thing was so small, you had to step outside to change your mind, of course. You know? But I come back to it. They had a star on my door because like my second speaking part. You know, my lines were yeah, and right.
And that sufficed a big Hollywood star on your door, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, gave me a 3-day contract.
Oh man.
But the guy got teased from it. It was well appreciated.
Of course.
Yeah. The truck drivers did that, to do that. Yeah. It was fun. Lots of good memories there.
Awesome.
Lots of love.
Sorry to hear him pass.
Hey.
Sorry to hear he passed. I remember him, Maryland's date.
Yeah. Heavy heart.
I didn't know his dad played the man One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I didn't either for the longest time.
Yeah,
Bill told me that a few months ago.
Right, it's Chief Broom.
That's right. That was him.
He's the one that said, juicy fruit.
Yeah, that dude was like... that dude was like 6'6" too, man.
Yeah,
a mountain of a man, that guy.
That's why he fit that Sasquatch costume.
Oh yeah, he played Sasquatch.
That first that black and white film back in the '60s, where somebody filmed the Sasquatch and made worldwide news. But it boiled down to that was Will Sampson in that suit. Now I forgot the whole story about it. I don't want to misconstrue anything.
Yeah,
but that was him in that.
Hey, we'll do some research and get to the bottom of the factual stories of that. So, she says, Robin says, I talked to a girl on here once who played the witch-looking woman when Chris's old high school friend came to town, and she looked different than he remembered. Very cool. I love that episode. And I think that's pretty common, with a lot of people. I think you go back to a high school reunion or something, and the total foxes and babes and hunks that you remembered in high school, you don't even recognize them anymore. So I think, you walk, it's like, wait, no, you're kidding, man. Where are they for real?
Yeah.
You're not them. Oh, shit. Okay, I'll be quiet then.
Yeah.
But, that's just another thing that Northern Exposure was great and touched on, and made a pretty big topic, because there's something you can't help,
Right.
So for a lot of us,
I dropped out of high school, actually in 9th grade, but I still went to a reunion, my 10-year and 20-year reunion.
Oh, yeah?
And I got a lot of attention.
I bet you did.
Yeah.
You get a lot of attention anyway. I mean, this guy can't go to the doctor's office without... some chicks going up and hitting him up like, ooh, and then like touching your hair and stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's like, damn, Bill, you got pheromones going right now. We were standing in line at the pharmacy, and this old man walked up and he's like, I wish I had hair like you.
Yeah,
I bet you get all the gals. It's like, man,
every guy should have
even the pheromones are working on dudes over here, man. Jeez, how the hell do you do it, Bill?
Every guy should have this problem. I'm willing to share it.
Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. I figured, here comes this gal. She's walking up to Bill, fixing her hair, tucking her hair behind her ear and everything. And I'm like, what's going on here? And I thought she was going to be like, did you play in Northern Exposure?
No, she didn't.
No, she walked up and she was like, I love your hair.
What kind of Indian are you?
Yeah, what kind of Indian are you? Like
the good kind.
Yeah.
That's what I told her too. I'm the good kind.
Exactly. I mean, he strikes people like that. It's insane. Never seen it happen. Sure doesn't happen with any of my other friends.
Hey, yeah, I take it with a grain of salt. I give the person all the time they want to.
Yeah, of course.
That if it's
yeah, you
male,
soak it all in.
Yeah.
Soak them compliments.
Keep going, keep going.
Yeah, enough about me. What do you think about me?
Yeah. Me, and only me. Me, and only me, the incredible I.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe it, though. The old man, though. I just couldn't believe that. Like, really? An old man's going to say, like, hit you up and talk about how good you look and how he wishes he looked like you and get all the ladies?
Yeah, that does happen.
Wow, Bill. Jeez. You should write a book.
Oh.
It'd be the bestseller.
I kind of forgotten a lot of
maybe it's just the pheromones. Bottle that stuff.
There's been some interesting times out there on the road.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and hitchhiking. I'll leave that for my own thoughts.
Yeah, well, that's another show.
That's another show, yeah.
Talking about Bill's hitchhiking endeavors.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've lived an extraordinary life.
Yeah.
As a diver, commercial diver, jumping out of planes and helicopters and being on the best show that was ever made, in my opinion.
Audio engineering,
absolutely. So.
But everything but being a talent man in a house of ill repute.
Right on. I want to say hi to you guys watching at Vaughn again and on YouTube.
Okay.
And Facebook. Always, man, if you guys that are tuning in aren't members of KBHR South, it's not too late.
Welcome,
Come
everyone.
on over. Come on over and hang out.
What's our attendance today?
Right now we have watching.
Yeah.
There's 11 watching on Facebook.
Oh, wow.
There's 9 watching on Vaughn, and I don't know how many are watching on YouTube.
Oh, wow, right on.
I mean, and thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's like almost 11 o'clock in Texas, so I felt kind of bad going on this late.
Yeah.
And on a whim, we were literally in the doctor's office today 12 hours ago.
Yeah.
When I got the message and I showed Bill, Lane's post and
just handed me your phone and I looked at that.
And that's when Bill was saying I was just thinking about him yesterday. I just watched War Party, so this whole week basically Bill's had him in his thoughts. So
nice warm thoughts.
Nice warm thoughts always, man. I wish we could have had more time. I wish I could have met him. I wish he had been able to show up at Moose Fest or something. Because, I don't mean to play favorites or anything, but I liked him better than Eugene and the Flying Man.
Yeah.
And, anyone else. Ted was just a soft-spoken dude. He was getting the shaft by Lester Haynes, which made me feel bad for him, too. Mm-hmm. So, I felt bad for the guy. He was immediately the character that you wanted to pull for. You wanted him to win. You wanted him to be successful.
Yeah, the underdog.
The underdog. He was a hard worker, and he, had the cards stacked against him. And, he was so gentle and soft with Marilyn,
Real professional on set. Knew his lines.
Cool. Yeah, you were saying that earlier, too. Yeah.
Real professional. And, he knew his lines and didn't hesitate or... it was really cool to be in that spot with him, in that in that organic circle with Maryland, Elaine, and with Tim as well. The three of us. Yeah. That was so cool. I had an honor with that.
Yeah, and you have forever carved in stone, one of the last scene.
Yeah.
He was ever in on Northern Exposure. It was you, him, and Elaine.
Right.
In the brick.
Yeah, in the brick.
And that's how that whole episode ended. So and that was the last scene ever. He was in Northern Exposure, so...
Sparkling, Dave.
Sparkling water with lemon, not lime.
Yeah.
Hey, Evan. How you doing, buddy? Good evening. Right. Evan Greenberger.
Welcome.
Yeah. He's Northeast Coast, New York, New Jersey, something like that. So.
Jersey.
Yeah, we're worldwide. So it's really cool to be on this internet machine and being connected with all you guys right now. And
gosh, Corey, this was going on a whim. We got... quite an audience there, and I'm really impressed. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, well, they're not here to see me, buddy. They're here. They're here for the main attraction. I mean, his pheromones go all through the internet, even. He's got this natural magnetism, right, guys?
Okay.
So,
I couldn't do this without you, though, Corey.
Oh, I couldn't do it without you either, buddy.
Right on, man.
So I'm having just the best time hanging out with you guys. It's always an honor having Bill nearby. Anytime I have a Northern Exposure question, so You know, and he's always up to go live and hang out with you guys and talk shop and relive and reminisce about them good old days. You know, that for a lot of us are a daily basis thing. You know, Northern Exposure we watch at least once, twice a week, right? So,
you know, Corey, doing this, it's getting much easier for me.
Good.
Yeah, you know, having a conversation here. I'm not afraid of the microphone or the headphones or anything, but just in reminiscing, having input, you know, hear what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
And then having input with everything. It's getting easier.
Yeah, I think the more we do it, the more acquainted you'll get with it.
Yeah.
You know, because you used to do voiceovers and acting and all that, so you haven't done it in a while, but it's the memories, you know, that need to be jogged.
Right.
You know, because when you watch an episode that you haven't seen before, which is like 90% of them, you'll watch an episode and then click, click, click. You know, it'll just come to you. Like all these things. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm. So that's why when we do pick a time and we get consistent with it, so you guys know when to tune in and what time to tune in, and we watch episodes or whatever, we'll probably leave it with the mics hot. So that, you know, since we've all seen the episodes 100,000 times anyway, this time when we watch them, Bill and I will be here live, and whenever he thinks of something or has something to say, I could pause it. And then he can go into the memory, the commentary. And then whenever he makes his point, I'll hit play and we'll continue the episode. Right. So I think that's really the best way to go about it.
I think so.
I think it is the funnest, you know.
Yeah. There's again, Corey, there's everybody out there, there's a lot of them I have not seen.
Yeah. He's one of them guys that didn't like to watch himself on TV, so he just never bothered. So
never did.
You know, better late than never, though. So he's gonna watch him with us.
Yes,
so
I
how
will.
cool is that, you guys? Like you're watching an episode with Dave the Cook that he's never seen before.
That's right.
For his first time.
Looking forward to it.
And that's what's great about it too, is the context. You know, all he knows is the script and the day and the work that was put in. He doesn't know the final outcome and the context
and the philosophy the fans have put into it. I'm really interested in that because it was excellent writing to the writers. What the writers done, it was excellent writing, and what the philosophy each individual fan. I've met fans from around the world, and I thought my part was a small part because there are no small parts. It said. But I come to find out it meant a whole lot more to each and every one of you. Sure was a spiritual lift.
Yeah.
And then to share, an episode with everybody, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I agree. You haven't had a chance to see it through fans' perspectives.
Right.
So you and like you said, you thought your part was a minuscule part.
Yeah, I seriously did. Mm-hmm.
And, a lot of people you've heard since then say, no, you literally their favorite character.
Literally.
The hardworking guy behind the bar. You were kind of an underdog yourself, too, because you're Dave the Cook. Mm-hmm. You got the shaft when Leonard made that totem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marilyn was favored over you in the Bear Clan.
Oh, yeah. Family Feud.
Yeah, Family Feud. And, Adam jumping your case about prosciutto.
Yeah,
Elvis
it's like, impersonator.
When's Dave going to get his break, man? When's he going to be able to step out from behind the bar and do something fun? Which you did after, you went fishing with Ed and...
Chris with the that Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get to let my hair down a little bit.
Right.
And then I showed up on set, and the makeup girls had it all nicely brushed and everything. And it was, guys, I forgot the director's name. He was an executive producer as well. He goes, Bill, you look too cute. You gotta mess this up.
even the female girls in the makeup department making you look too cute.
Yeah, he said you look too cute.
Great.
Messed my hair up and throw a little mud in my face. Rob Thompson, that was the director's name. He's also exec.
Oh, awesome.
Good man. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Wow.
I ran into him one time. I was in downtown Seattle, underneath a viaduct going to the waterfront, and an obscure little it's in a city up there, but it's an obscure street. We ran into each other. It was pretty cool.
Just in Seattle on a wow.
On a whim.
Wow, small world stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
I do love that photo there. I'm so glad Elaine posted that today.
Right on. Thank you, Elaine.
I'm going to blow it up real quick in case.
Okay.
That way people can see it a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm in K-Bear, you guys.
Yes, he is.
Sitting inside the same enclosure. We come at you live from the same enclosure. Chris in the Morning did his. I'm not trying to be Chris in the Morning. Let's get that straight. I think that kind of stuff is pretty lame. But
yeah.
But to be within the same confines is pretty neat.
It is.
The glass, and this glass back here, I don't know if you guys know, it has a screw in it, so it pops in and out.
Yeah.
So that way they could put a camera there and get those epic outside shots.
Right.
Where the camera would come in and get Chris looking over the town, and then when they were done.
Without a reflection.
Yeah, without a reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were done, they would pop the glass back here.
Yeah.
Back in its spot, and then there's coat hangers right above it.
Mm-hmm.
Where they would hang the coat hangers and everything to kind of hide it. So. And
then to be sitting here, I've sat in there many times with you, to be look out here and see Minifield Communications.
Oh yeah, right here.
It does my heart well.
I don't even know if anyone can see that. But
yeah, that's the original door, the original wood.
Oh no, this ain't.
Oh, it's not.
No, this is. We bought this door and painted it.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I wish it was, but I don't think that historical building would have allowed me to take that door. I mean, even Kurt was talking about taking the glass.
Oh yeah.
But the lady that forced K-Bear to be moved, she was so
obstinate.
I don't want to use the word hate.
Yeah.
Or evil, or whatever, but. I wouldn't give her a drink of water if I saw her on fire. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
That'll suffice.
I tell you what, when we were taking K-Bear down, she walked around kicking stuff, and she was angry that we weren't putting it out on the sidewalk.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to be around her.
Yeah. Well, it's over, but this
over, and this
is
what
K-Bear South.
So, exactly.
And there's a lot of good vibes here, lots of love.
Yeah, I don't mean to bring no bad vibes up in here with that. My bad.
It's all good.
It was just a fleeting thought, fleeting memory, and it's gone now. So, anyway. So, yeah, it's an honor and a pleasure, nonetheless, to hang out with you guys from here and go live from here. It's the only way I can think of to share it with you guys was to broadcast out of it, right?
Right.
So, and then Bill here, I mean, geez.
Hey, absolutely and positively.
So we're probably going to wrap it up now, but that doesn't mean we're done. We're going to watch War Party right after we get off of here. I will probably give a 15-minute buffer, a 10-15-minute buffer. So if you guys want to come over to Vaughn Live and watch, then I will just play a couple of music videos that I made that we show during the old Northern Exposure show I used to do every Monday night for about 2 years here.
Okay.
That I'm trying to get back into. So first, I'm going to play this song that Bill made in honor of Tim Sampson. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
And I hope his family and everybody is at peace. And thank you, Elaine. I know you're probably never going to see this, but we love you. Thank you so much for doing that and posting and that awesome photo.
This song just it's called Amazing Grace.
Yeah. You guys have heard it before, but this has a twist, right?
Yeah, it has a twist, several twists. There's a poem I wrote at the end.
That's right. So this is Dave the Cook exclusive here.
Hey.
And we're going to play it for Tim Sampson, man.
Rest in peace.
discovered and explored. The potential to be free inside yourself is waiting like a cocoon about to release its beauty from within. There are no limitations in what you can do, except the limitations held deep within a pit where we don't care to talk about. Hold your heart and say a silent prayer, and may the spirit of peace walk within you.